Hey guys, welcome to this video. I'm Prajwal from Indie Crypto and welcome to another cryptocurrency update video. Now we are exactly in mid-March and we're almost at the end of another financial year, and that means one thing: we would have to file our taxes. Now there's always been some confusion, there's always been some difficulty in understanding or in terms of filing taxes when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Especially because there's very less information online due to the regulatory framework from India yet to be made public. So here is a nice article on coincrunch.in. This was actually from one of the Telegram channels called Crypto Tax India. Now, although this is not a professional tax advice, but it helps you in getting started on how to go ahead and start your tax filing in regards to cryptocurrency. So they have gone ahead and created a nice infographic explaining the basics in terms of taxation of cryptocurrencies. So I would definitely recommend you go through that and also consult a chartered accountant and explain them about cryptocurrencies. Although I do know that a lot of CAs are now very much aware of cryptocurrencies and also will give you suggestions on how to go ahead and tax how to go ahead and file your taxes when it comes to investments with cryptocurrencies. So I'll leave the link for this particular article in the description below. Please go ahead and check that out. Also, there was a news yesterday saying HDFC Banks is banning buying any kind of Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies using their cards. That's basically the debit and credit cards. Now, this is not a big thing to be worried about, although there are not many people who are actually worried about this. They have once again gone ahead and stated what RBI has been stating for quite some time now, that so following this, many banks did go ahead and send out emails. Banks like Kotak Mahindra Bank and now HDFC Bank and even SBI Bank. Although usage of cards, especially credit cards, are not actually recommended to use in cryptocurrency trading. It's not only in India, even in many other countries abroad, they have also taken up the same stand of not using credit cards for cryptocurrencies. The only reason being, whenever the money is spent from a credit card, so the bank is giving you a credit in order to in an intention to get that money back or repaid to the bank. But when that credit money goes into cryptocurrencies, which is a very volatile commodity, there are high chances that the value or the money that did go from the credit into cryptocurrency might be lost, or the person who is using that might incur in a loss, and that money might not get paid back to the bank. So that is one of the main reasons why banks are coming out with the statements that usage of cards is prohibited in using for cryptocurrencies. But although having said that, you can still go ahead and link your bank accounts and transfer money from your banks to the exchanges and still go ahead and invest or trade in cryptocurrency, especially in the Indian exchanges. All the legitimate cryptocurrency exchanges do follow a self-regulated KYC procedure and bank link procedure, and none of these legitimate exchanges do accept cash as well. So you would have to link your bank account, provide your identity through KYC documents. Aadhaar linking has been made mandatory on most of the exchanges. So once you go ahead and submit all those documents and go through those procedure, only then you'll be able to go ahead and trade and invest with cryptocurrencies. So this news is nothing to be worried about at all. It's just that it's a welcome step from the banks, and also a positive news in a way. Moving on, Coinomi, the Indian exchange, have announced today that they are going ahead and processing high value INR withdrawals, wherein rupees 5 lakhs worth of withdrawals per transaction will be processed instantly, and anywhere up to 50 lakhs INR will go ahead and be credited to any kind of customer bank accounts within 1 to 2 banking working days. Now this is definitely a welcome move, because all the exchanges, or most of the exchanges in India, are currently facing a lot of issues with deposits and withdrawals following the banking issues they have been facing from a couple of months. Now this is a very good news from Coinomi and its users. If you have not actually checked out this exchange Coinomi, I highly recommend you go and check them out. The team behind Coinomi is from Bill Desk, which is one of the leading bill payments portal in India. Moving on, another money managing expert, this time from Alliance Global Investors, has said that Bitcoin is a bubble that is just about to burst. Now I understand this it purely comes when the price is dipping because of various reasons, and people in the past have also made same comments and passed out same statements on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin as always have come out of these kind of comments and statements and has reached new heights every time. Now this particular person has also gone ahead and praised the blockchain technology, which is the underlying technology for Bitcoin, saying the blockchain technology has implications but not Bitcoin. But what I fail to understand is blockchain would have not been popular as much if not for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin would have been a failure, and blockchain would have not been so successful, and not many people or many companies would have adopted blockchain the same way as they have adopted it today. So that is something that that's always I couldn't get my head around it, but maybe I would have to just follow these guys and see what kind of comments and statements they would pass once the markets and Bitcoin recovers in market cap. Moving on, Bitcoin is proving itself very useful in the remittance space, especially in the Asian companies, especially in Philippines. There are many remittance companies who are using cryptocurrencies for doing cross-border payments, especially Bitcoin. So when it comes to remittance, a lot of people have these questions on how we can go ahead and transfer the value, what happens to the volatility, what happens if the price drops suddenly. So here is a very nice article that's been put out, where they go ahead and said they are just using Bitcoin as a transfer mechanism because of the speed, because of the low cost implications that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin has. And once the transfer is done, people go ahead and, or these companies go ahead and transfer or convert this crypto or Bitcoin instantly to the fiat currency in their respective countries, thus eliminating the volatility risk. So this way a lot of time is saved, a lot of costs. Imagine the cost that would be involved in transferring funds, and imagine the time that it would take when it comes to transferring funds from one country to another, especially to countries who are not that financially developed, who don't have the same kind of financial tools like the developed or the developing countries. Having said that, Philippines is a very good country, especially when it comes to financial systems. If such countries are still going ahead and adopting blockchain and cryptocurrencies, then I'm sure other countries who are still developing or underdeveloped would go ahead and embrace cryptocurrency and the technology behind it. Moving on, Google has come out with an article saying that they will go ahead and ban any kind of crypto ads that will be on their ad network. Now off late, I also have been noticing a lot of ICO ads, especially on YouTube. There have been few ads like Bunny Token, which is related to the adult industry and stuff like that, that keeps popping around every time I try to watch any kind of cryptocurrency based videos. And I'm sure you would have also been experiencing the same. So as per Google, they will be going ahead and putting some restrictions, and I think the restrictions will be coming out from June 2018. And they clearly state that cryptocurrencies and related content, which is not including but not limited to in ICOs, cryptocurrency exchanges, wallets and trading advice, will be removed. But they have also gone ahead and mentioned a few other exceptions where if you are a legitimate company having the required financial permissions from your respective countries, then they might go ahead and whitelist your ads. That would purely be based on case-to-case basis, where you would have to apply for a review from the Google Ads team, and once the reviewer ad and go ahead and see that you have the legitimate required licenses to operate in a particular country, then they might go ahead and whitelist your ad. Again, I'll go ahead and leave the link for this particular article in the description below, and if you're somebody interested in checking more about it, you can definitely go ahead and check. Moving on, Coinbase, which is one of the biggest exchanges in the world in terms of user base, have received a special permission in the UK to open their bank account with Barclays, and with this they are into the UK's faster payments scheme. That means people in the United Kingdom can now go ahead and transfer money faster to the Coinbase exchange if they want to invest and trade with cryptocurrencies, and also the withdrawals will also be very fast now. Moving on, Binance has announced that they will be launching a decentralized exchange platform, which would go ahead and differ from the normal centralized exchanges, which gives more power to the users, wherein there is no third-party involvement for any kind of the holding of customer funds, etc. But having said that, these decentralized exchanges have their own challenges at the moment. There are few that are already available which have their own problems, but we'd have to just see how good they will be going ahead and tackling those problems and evolving with time. So those were the important cryptocurrency updates. Hopefully this information was helpful. If it was, please give us a like, let us know your feedbacks in the comment section below, and also stay tuned for our future videos by subscribing and hitting on the bell button. So that's it in this video, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.